Yes, it's
Okay,
recorded.
ma'am. Okay.
Right? So if you want to go for, if you want to become a doctor, engineer, whatever it is, the main thing which I want to tell you is that goal should be clear. Now, in order to achieve that goal, what we need to do? Direction should be there, right? You should be following a good direction. Only then you will be able to know. Now you know that we want to achieve this, so the path should be clear. And in order to get that result, in order to achieve that dream, in order to fulfill that, what we need to do is effort, right? So this will be a combined effort from my side also, from your side also. So I promise you that I'll be giving you the best information, best coaching, right? For competitive also, as well as for the this school exam also, right? So this journey will be a very good, this journey will be enjoyable, and in this you'll be going to love physics, because I don't know how many of you are from medical background, how many of you want to go with that profession, in a medical profession, right? So for those who are from medical, especially to those, they are like physics, so it's a tough part. So, but don't worry, I assured you, this is a guarantee from my side, right? That you will love physics. I'll try to make every concept clear to you with the practical example more than theory, right? So, we are going to start uh, the basic part. If anyone having any doubt, you can let me know at that point that this is not clear. Now, today I'm giving you the basic introduction, first of all. So this will be, the very first thing is what we are going to learn in the entire year. If I'm talking about the complete year. So my board is shared with you. Are you able to see my board? Yes or no? I'm expecting from you people that you can say.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Deekshna. Right. So the very first thing is, what is physics? Just leave everything. 11th में क्या पढ़ना है? Just leave that. The basic part is, you are opting for science, right? You all are science student. They are like, these are the science student, these are art student, these are human, this commerce student, right? So what do you mean by science student? In science, you're going to learn the three subjects. It may be PCB, it may be PCM. Physics, chemistry is common, maths, bio. You're going to, this is the optional part. Some few students, they want to take the super sciences. That is, they want to opt for both, right? They love biology also, maths also. So the main part is PCB or PCM, the two combination. All of you are PCB, PCM, because physics and chemistry is common for both. So my very first question is, what is physics? बेटा जो भी पढ़ रहे हो ना, चाहे साइंस पढ़ रहे हो, चाहे हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हो, चाहे जियोग्राफी पढ़ रहे हो, चाहे कोई लैंग्वेज पढ़ रहे हो, what you need to know is the basic meaning. That what is the basic meaning of the subject. This is the basic thing you should know. ऐसे नहीं है कि कुछ भी पढ़ी जाना है, पता ही नहीं पढ़ के रहे हैं. That is wrong. So whenever you're going at anywhere, whatever you're learning, is it maths, physics, chemistry, English, history, just ask your teacher that what is this subject, what it means. So the meaning should be clear too, right? So when I'm talking about my subject, the very first thing is physics. You're going to learn physics. What is physics? So physics is a part of science only, right? It is a branch of science only. It is a part of science only, in which we are going to learn about what? What you're going to learn in physics? Biology we know. ह्यूमन बॉडी के बारे में पढ़ लेंगे हम, आइस के बारे में पढ़ लेंगे, है ना? इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर्स के बारे में पढ़ लेंगे. व्हाट इज फिजिक्स अप टू? अरे बच्चा लोग, कुछ तो बोलो. It's okay. If it is wrong, that is totally fine. कोई भी perfect नहीं है. मैं भी गलतियां करती हूँ. मेरी definitions भी गलत होती है. But give it a try. Don't sit like that. You can try it. अपने 10th में you did 9th and 10th. You completed the boards, right? So in that you learned what is physics, what is chemistry, what you learned in physics. Tell me any definition, anything like that.
Ma'am, it's mainly about the properties of matter and energy.
Okay, Dikshna. Right. Yes, Nidhi. You learned physics, chemistry, and biology in 10th class. What you learned in where you thought that okay,
Physics
this part is
basically
related
deals
with
with the
physics.
study of electricity, force, then
Hmm.
gravitation, and basic structures of matter and all.
Very good. Okay, okay, very good. Yes, Prince, how you can define?
The scientific is light, sound, heat, electricity.
Now, okay, totally fine. Electricity पढ़ा, 9th में motion पढ़ा, 10th में electricity पढ़ा, magnetism पढ़ा, right? Everything. Now the why I want that you should speak. But every time, whenever you're sitting in a classroom, please make sure you're sitting in a classroom, you're sitting in a group of 2 people, you're sitting in a group of 10 people or 100 people. Every time, whatever the answer is, be a volunteer. It's totally fine if the answer is not correct. No one is perfect. The teachers also, they're not perfect. Everyone is doing the mistake. So don't sit like that. If you are in sitting in a, there should be a leadership quality should be there. You should tell them, okay, it's okay, totally fine. इसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मतलब दूसरा मेरे ऊपर हंसेगा. There is nothing like that. Because जो दूसरा है उसको भी उतना ही आता है. So at least raise the hand, right? And this quality should be there. Because आजकल जो चल रहा है ना, the word में आजकल जो चल रहा है at present condition, you should be confident enough to speak up. All right? So don't sit idle. Don't sit like that, okay, someone will tell, someone will do that. No. This is your own race and you have to run in order to win your race. Right? इतनी सारी रेस में कितने सारे घोड़े हैं? We are like 13 people sitting in a classroom. So everyone has its own presence. Everyone has its own importance. Very good. Yes, Shikha.
Concept of our surroundings like light, sound, gravitation.
Very good, Shikhar. Sorry. Okay, very good, beta. Very good. Right. So all of you are right. Right. So you're giving me the parts. Now let me conclude in one part. So it is the branch of science. The very first thing, physics is a branch of science which deals with what? Nature and all the natural processes. Is my board shared?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
So it is that branch of science in which we are going to learn about nature. Now, what is nature? Why I took the term nature?
Ma'am, nature in the sense all the happenings other than
This
artificial.
sky, yes, good, good, good. This sky, this satellite, this planets, this is the nature only. We are saying the weather is changing due to nature. We are not going to change the weather. It's not in our hand, right? That you are going to put, yes, we are having the devices in order to get rid of summer, in order to get rid of winters. So nature is what? The physics mainly, this deals with this astronomy, right? We are learning about sun. The very first thing you learned in 7th and 8th when the science started, that this is a sun, there are planets, there are 9 planets, there are 8 planets, right? This is Earth, this is Jupiter, what Jupiter is known as, right? Then they told you there is a formation of season. Then the very first thing, even if you're not a physics student, if you're a layman, if you're a common man, we are saying there is a day duration, there is a night duration, there is a formation of day, there is a formation of night. Got it? Formation of day night. So these all are the natural and the nature and the natural processes. Something which is related with the universe. Every time, how you're able to stand, there is a force which is acting on me. Why I'm able to walk, there is a force which is acting on me, and that force is a natural force which is known as gravitational force. I'm not having any magnet with which I'm moving. Is the basic definition clear to you? Every second physics is acting on us, each and every second. We are communicating with each other. I'm sitting in Chandigarh, you people are sitting somewhere, like someone is sitting in Bangalore, someone in Hyderabad, someone in Tamil Nadu, right? Someone in Delhi, someone is from even out of India also. So we are communicating with each other. This is physics only with the help of satellite. And what is satellite? What is satellite? This is physics only. With the help of satellite, we are communicating. 5G is going on, right? Network is going on every time, everywhere. Electricity, this laptop, there is a semiconductor chip. That semiconductor is the part of what? This is the part of physics. So every second, my laptop is working on what? On the battery, and that battery is getting, again daily it is getting charged with the help of what? Electricity. What is electricity? It is physics. I'm speaking, right? There is a transmitter, the sound is traveling. If it is traveling, again, what is this? This is physics. So everywhere, every day, every moment, physics is with us. So don't you think that this is not a good part to learn. This is one of the most important and interesting subject to learn. Right? Okay, so this is the basic definition. Is it clear to you that that branch which deals with the study of nature and the natural processes, that is called physics. Now, coming to as per the syllabus which is issued by CBSE, what we are going to learn. So 11th class syllabus is vast, right? It is more as compared to if I'm talking about the other 10th class up to 10th class. 11th and 12th, they are having the most syllabus, right? So there are approximately 10 units, right, which you're going to learn in this complete session. So the very first part which we are going to start today is that it is the physical word and measurement. This is the unit 1. Now before going to unit 1, there is a mathematical expression also, right? A part which is called mathematical physics, right? But I'm not going to start mathematical physics. The thing which we are going to learn today is unit 1, that is physical word and measurement. Physical word and measurement. This is the very first unit. So in this part, how physics is related. What is physics? What are the various fundamental forces in nature? What are the basic laws which are conserved in physics? Right? This is the first part. So there are, if I'm talking about how physics is related to other sciences in physical world, how physics is related to other sciences. Every sciences, they are correlated with each other. Now, how come? How sciences are related? If I'm talking about physics is in a relation with chemistry, how physics and chemistry are correlated with each other? The structure of the atoms, radioactivity, right? This, the periodic table, right? They all are arranged with the help of what? On the basis of their atomic number, right? So the things, they are related with each other. How it is related? If I'm talking about chemistry, see, in chemistry, What you're going to learn in chemistry? We are learning about radioactivity. Now, what is radioactivity? We are going to learn about X-ray formation, right? We are going to learn about periodic table. How these things are related with physics? So these things are related with physics. If I'm talking about radioactivity, what is radioactivity? This is the emission. There is a nuclei, right? There is a stable nuclei, you can say, and that nuclei is breaking. There is unstable nuclei that is breaking, right? That is getting disintegrated into the smaller, right? Heavier nuclei, they are getting disintegrated. They are breaking down. So there is an emission of radiation, and radiation is the part of physics. X-ray, what is X-ray? X-ray is again a ray. This is again a radiation, right? So when chemists, when they are going to make going to make the salt, right? Then again there are certain radiations are there when they are going to make any you can say arrangement, better understanding of chemical bonding, right? They are using the structure by using diffractions, by using optical instruments. So every part, every two things, they are correlated with each other. Got it? Just like other science, I'm talking about biology. How biology and physics are related. Why you're learning physics? Though you're medical, though you're going to become a doctor or any other in medical stream. Physics is related with biology again. You're going to, and if someone is diagnosed with a cancer, right? Any other disease. Just to take a very simple example, nowadays there is a laser part. Every time they are just saying that we don't want to go for other surgery, they can opt for laser. So what is a laser? It is just a radiation only which is going to fall on them. And radiation is what? Again, it is a part of physics only. Right? So how another physics is related with mathematics. Now the formulas, the derivation which we are going to learn in maths, right? Again, they are correlated in physics. The formula which are in math, we are using in physics, which are in physics, the things which we are going to, I told you na, that there is mathematical physics, right? There is mathematical physics. So mathematical physics consists of differentiation and integration. I'm saying, take a very, you have learned in 10th class and in 9th class, what is speed? Rate of change of distance. So rate of change means with respect to time, how the distance, how much distance is covered by the body. That is known as speed. So this rate of change, this is known as differentiation. Are you getting the things? How everything is correlated. Now I'm talking
Yes,
about
ma'am.
geography.
Yes, ma'am.
Others, are you
Yes,
getting?
ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. How physics is related with this, if I'm talking about geography. Now in geography, what you have learned? In geography, what we are going to learn? Oceanography, geography, seismology, right? Geology, every time. How physics is related with other sciences. In geography, we want to check the climate. In order to check the climate, in order to check the weather, we are using satellites. Satellite is a part of physics. In oceanography, in seismology, deep inside the water, we are using a radar system. You have learned about radar system. Now we want to know that I want to go inside the water. I want to go inside deep oceans. Then we are using a part radar, radioactive detecting and ranging. We are using sonar, sound navigation and ranging, right? So sonar, radar, all these. This is that how we are sending our sound wave, how we are sending our radiation inside the water, inside the long distance. So every subject is related with each other. All the sciences are correlated. This is the basic information which I want to give you. Now, how physics is related to a society? In society, as I told you, this is a very live example, a live class, how physics is correlated. We are communicating with each other. with the help of this satellite class. This is physics. My laptop is again, your cell phone is getting charged on a daily basis. How come? With the help of electricity. You are able to walk. How come? With the help of physics, the gravitation law. Right? There is a rapid increase of transportation. Right? Aeroplanes, they are moving every time. Electric vehicles are coming in a day-to-day life. Every government is saying go to EV, go to electronic vehicle. This is physics again. Right? You are using radio, TV, satellite in order to communicate. Right? And previously it was just a telephone only, a landline only. Now you have, with the help of mobile, we can communicate. We can be, it's a moving part, right? We can go here and there and we'll be free to talk, we'll be free to move. So this is all the advantages. This is the first chapter is just about that how the things are correlated, right? How physics is useful. Now there are the main topic which comes is the basic part, that is under measurement. Now how to measure? So in order to measure anything, there should be a physical quantity. If I'm telling you measurement, now in order to measurement there should be a quantity, yes or no? किसी भी चीज को मेजर तभी करोगे ना जब कोई चीज होगी, और उस चीज को क्या कहते हैं? दैट इज कॉल्ड फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. आई एम सेइंग टेल मी द डायमेंशन ऑफ a book. So book is what? Physical quantity. So what do you mean by physical quantity? क्या होता है physical quantity? Physical quantity is that quantity, any quantity which can be measured either directly or indirectly. Right? So what do you mean by physical quantity? Any quantity that can be measured, directly or indirectly. Now can you tell me what you mean by directly or indirectly? I told you two methods. These are just the two methods only. One I can measure it directly. Another I'm saying indirectly. What is directly and indirectly? This is a method. What is direct method? Okay, you all are having now your phones with you, right? Because this is an online class. So might be the phone, might be the tab or the laptops. The three things are there. You are having copy and pen, pencil with you. So if I'm asking you, what is the length of your notebook? You'll be like, okay, ma'am, and directly you can measure it like it is 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 15 centimeter, anything, right? If I'm asking you, if I'm questioning you, that this is known as direct method, right? Direct method is with the help of scale, you can measure it. What is the length of the table? What is the height of your screen, right? What is your height? What is your weight? This is direct method. Now, what do you mean by indirect method? How come indirect method? By indirect method, what we mean? So, by indirect method, I mean to say that I'm not going to measure that thing with the help of a scale. I'm using some mathematical formula, right? How come? Okay, I'm saying, tell me the height of the tower, right? Tell me the area of that cone, right? So you are using the mathematical formula, right? I'm saying a circumference pi r square, right? Or 2 pi r, or it is in terms of volume, right? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So when the things is not, excuse me, when the things is not going to be measured with the simplest part, we are using the indirect method. So physical quantity is that quantity which we can measure either directly or indirectly. But yes, that can be measured. The major concept is something that can be measured. That is known as physical quantity. Now, in general, in the entire world, if I'm talking about, there are two types of physical quantities. What are the two types of physical quantities? The very first type, the first one is the fundamental quantities, and the second type is derived quantities. The entire in the entire world, if I'm talking about, in terms of physics, if we are talking about, there are two type of things. One is fundamental, another is derived. We are categorized, we just differentiated it into two forms. What do you mean by fundamental and what do you mean by derived? Again, take a very simple example. As I told you that everything when you're learning with the live examples, it's a very interesting part, right? Nothing too fair. Now, this is you, I mean anyone, right? This is a boy or a girl. Now, this boy and girl depends on its mom and dad. Yes or no? Because you're a student. Till the time you're not working, you're a student only, right? So, you are not earning. So, who you are and who is your mom and dad? As I told you, that there are two categories, right? Being a student, being a child, you are dependent on your mom and dad. So what you are? You are a derived part, right? So what you are? You are a derived quantity. What your mom dad are? They are independent now. They are not at all dependent because they are earning. They are having their ability to take their own decisions. So they are known as fundamental. So I think the term is clear to you. Anyone who can tell me what you mean by fundamental now? Give it a try. Yes, yes, yes. Try. Who will give it a try? Yes, Somik. Can you give it a try? What I mean to say? जो भी मैं समझाना चाहती हूँ, even in Hindi you can tell me. So by this mother और ये बच्चों के relation से, what I want to tell you? What are the two type of quantities?
Now, fundamental is independent and derived is dependent on other quantities.
Very good, very good. So this means fundamental quantities are those quantities which are independent. Your mom and dad, they are fundamental. They are not at all dependent. And what you mean by derived? Derived are those which are dependent. So there are in general, right? If I'm talking about in general, there are 7 basic fundamental quantities. Okay, let me write down like this. So if I'm talking about fundamental quantities, let me first of all explain so the thing should be clear to you. Fundamental जो depend नहीं कर रहा. So जो depend नहीं कर रहा. So those quantities which are not dependent or which are independent, which are not dependent on others. They are having their own value, that are known as fundamental. Right? So in general, if I'm talking about in general, there are 7 basic quantities, 7 basic fundamental quantities, and there are 2 supplementary. Except if these 9, everything is dependent. I'll give you with the help of, I'll tell you with the help of example. Right? That what are the 7 basic and other 2. That means the total 9 quantities. So what are the 7 basic quantities? So this is the name of the quantity, right? Name of the physical quantity. So the first physical quantity is mass. See, mass is having their own value. We are not going to derive mass. Subunits we are going to derive, but mass is independent. The symbol, I'm writing along with the symbol, right? So mass, second is length, third is time, fourth is electric current, fifth is temperature, Sixth is amount of substance. And the seventh one is, if I'm talking about seven, this is luminous intensity. Alright, these are the seven basic quantities. Except these seven, everything is derived. Everything depends upon these. In order to derive anything, any other quantity, everything in the entire world depends upon these seven quantities. So mass, length, time, you're familiar, right? You know what is mass? Quantity, right? Not weight. What is mass? How you can define mass? Quantity of a matter contained in a body, which can never be a zero. If I'm saying there is a mass, that means its value is never a zero. Mass is how much is the quantity. If you're saying, okay, the mass of, this is a point mass. Now, point mass is, again, I'm saying, this is, the mass is just a point. Even you can say 0.000001. That means there is something. It can never be a zero. It can be having a value, minute to minute. Chota sa chota value bhi hoga, but you can't say it is zero. Again, the same thing. What is length? Length क्या होता है? Length is the distance, right? कोई भी point है, कोई भी body है, if they are moving, they are covering a distance. So that distance, the smallest distance, that is called length. Time, you're familiar with the time? Time is what a clock read. This was the term which Einstein said, right? Time. Time is again a duration. See, the time is, it keeps going on. It's a thing which is never stops, right? It never waits, it never stops. It keeps on changing. Next is electric current. What do you mean by electric current? Electric current is, if I'm defining in that term, so electric current is what? It is the flow of free electrons. How you can define electric current? Rate of change of what? Current is what is current? It is the rate of change of what? Electrons, charges,
Charge.
right? Very good. Then temperature. What is temperature? I'm saying, okay, I don't know where you people are saying, but if I'm talking about my city, the temperature of the Chandigarh is nowadays it's 20 degree, 25 degree, right? So temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness, right? How much we just will be calculating, okay, the temperature is high, temperature is low. So this is the degree of hotness or coldness. Then is amount of substance. What do you mean by amount of substance? If I'm talking about amount of substance, what is amount of substance? How much is the substance present? Amount, how much is the amount? कितनी amount में वो present? Last term is luminous intensity. Luminous is coming from the word light. Intensity of light, strength of light. कितना strength है light का? That is known as luminous intensity. Right? So these are the seven basic quantities. But there are two supplementary quantities also. Rest everything is derived. I'm telling you how it will be derived. So when I'm talking about two supplementary, there are two quantities in which we divide it in terms of angle. So the first supplementary quantity is plane angle. What do you mean by plane angle? The 2D angle, right? It can be between x and y. It can be between y and z. It can be between y and z. So this is 2D. Anything which is 2D. The second part, the second angle is solid angle. Anyone who can tell me what you mean by solid angle? आता है आप लोगों को भाई, super intelligent people you are. बताओ. कौन बताएगा? Who will be the volunteer? Yes, yes, yes. Give it a try, beta. It's totally fine. How much you know? Just give it a try. Yes. May I know who was speaking? Yes. Who want to tell? Solid angle. Mm-hmm. Solid angle. Solid angle is the angle. कुछ तो बताओ, कोई बात नहीं, गलत बोल दो फिर क्या हो गया? I told you तो क्या हो गया? नहीं आता तो गलत कुछ तो आता होगा, पढ़ा तो है ना सॉलिड एंगल, या नहीं पढ़ा? यस तमन्ना, सॉलिड एंगल सुना है या दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम? बोलो बच्चों. No idea. Solid angle is the angle which is subtended by the cone, right? जब ये plane angle होता है जो 2D है, as I told you, it can be x y के बीच में, y z के बीच में, it can be x z के बीच में. So what is solid angle? Solid angle is the angle subtended by the cone. 9th 10th में पढ़ा तो हुआ है, cone पढ़ा है ना, आइसक्रीम वाला cone. The angle subtended by the cone at its center. This is known as solid angle. Ice cream से याद रख लेना, right? The angle subtended by the cone. So this angle at its center. Solid angle is 3D angle. This axis x, right? This is y. This is z. So the angle, what is solid angle? This is the angle subtended by the cone at its center. That is known as solid angle. Okay, so how solid angle we are saying, how it is measured, that we are going to discuss. Now the very first thing is, except these, in 9 quantities ko chhod ke everything is derived. Okay, tell me, let's see, if I'm talking about derived, any quantity of physics, who will be going to speak? Any quantity जो भी आज तक पढ़ा है, tell me, कोई भी quantity का नाम लो. क्या क्या पढ़ा है फिजिक्स में? I'll tell, we'll be discussing whether इनको छोड़ के rest everything is derived. बताओ कुछ जो जो अभी तक पढ़ा है. Speed, very good.
Speed, acceleration,
Speed,
current,
acceleration, current.
Velocity, density.
Yes.
volume,
Volume, very good. Speed, acceleration, velocity. I'll tell you, right? Next is, क्या बोला था किसी ने? Volume, density,
force,
force. ये सब क्या है? These are derived quantity. क्यों? क्योंकि ये derive हो रही है. Speed है. Speed. What is speed? This is distance upon time. Speed depend कर रहा है. किसके ऊपर depend कर रहा है? ये तो dependent है. मैं बोलूंगी बताओ मुझे स्पीड कितनी है. स्पीड कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग. स्पीड कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग मींस उसकी कोई फिक्स वैल्यू नहीं है, राइट? वो डिपेंडेंट है. किसके ऊपर डिपेंड कर रहा है? अगर उसने डिस्टेंस ज्यादा ली है, टाइम और डिस्टेंस का रेशियो है, सो दिस इज डिपेंडेंट. दे आर नॉट हैविंग ओनली इट्स वैल्यू, राइट? एक्सेलरेशन, व्हाट इज एक्सेलरेशन? दिस इज वेलोसिटी अपॉन टाइम. Now what is velocity? See, are you getting? Are you trying to understand what I mean to say? Wait. See, let me show you. Now you said acceleration. Okay, very good. Now see how the things are correlated. कैसे कैसे dependent हो रही है, वो कैसे derive बन रही है. Acceleration is velocity upon time. Cool. What is velocity? This is displacement upon time. Yes or no? Then what is displacement? This is distance upon time. You are saying the final and the minus initial velocity, right? So this is distance upon time. See, but distance is length and length is independent, right? So L by T. This is fundamental. See how the things are getting correlated. Someone said force. Force is again mass into acceleration. So this is the derived. It depends upon two factors. Again acceleration, the entire graph, the entire circle. Someone said weight. Now what is weight? Weight is the force acting due to gravity, due to earth. So weight is just a force only which is given by, instead of ma, we are writing it as mg. This g is again acceleration due to gravity. Understood? Then someone said volume. What is volume? Length, width into height. So all are the distances. Right? Next, pressure. What is pressure? Force per unit area. Force is again dependent upon mass into acceleration. This is again dependent upon into L into B or L square. Next is work. So work is force into displacement. Force is again ma. Are you getting? Samajh aaya? What I mean
Yes,
to
ma'am.
say? All of
Yes,
you?
Ma'am.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
एक पूरे जोश वाली यस मैम तो होनी चाहिए ना, अगर समझ आया नहीं आया तो टेल मी, मैं फिर से समझा दूंगी इंटायर लेक्चर, कोई इश्यू नहीं है, बट द थिंग शुड बी क्लियर टू यू. इज इट क्लियर एवरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ये दो ही जस्ट सुन रहा है मुझे, रेस्ट सौमिक
Yes, ma'am.
ऑल कैन यू
Yes,
कैन
ma'am.
अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ, यू आर सिटिंग इन
Yes,
अ
ma'am.
ओके.
yes, ma'am.
Right. So this is the part. This is the basic quantities. One are derived, one are fundamental. Now based on these only, there are type of unit. Right? Now what is a unit? I told you this is a quantity. Measuring process. The name of the chapter is measuring process. Again, I want to tell you one thing. लाइफ में कुछ भी पढ़ रहे हो उसका मीनिंग क्लियर होना चाहिए. कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ लेना कि किसी ने कुछ पढ़ा दिया, हमने पढ़ लिया, आंखें बंद, बस हो गया. राइट? अगर जो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ रहे हो पहले उसका मीनिंग पूछो, फिर जो चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हो उसका मतलब पता होना चाहिए. व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न इन दैट चैप्टर, व्हाट इज द बेसिक मीनिंग ऑफ योर थिंग व्हिच यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न. लाइफ में कुछ भी कर रहे हो उसका मीनिंग पता होना चाहिए कि हमारा एम ये है, अगर मैं ये बनना है मुझे तो उसका आगे एडवांटेजेस डिसएडवांटेजेस क्या है, उसका तरीका क्या होता है, उसका स्कोप क्या है. ऐसे नहीं कि कुछ भी कोई आपको मैथ की क्लास में फिजिक्स पढ़ा जाएगा, ठीक है, और कोई केमिस्ट्री की क्लास में हिस्ट्री पढ़ा दे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. द थिंग शुड बी क्लियर टू यू. नाउ एज आई टोल्ड यू द नेम ऑफ द चैप्टर, नेम ऑफ द चैप्टर इज व्हाट? क्या नेम बताया था? मेजरमेंट. नाउ आई टोल्ड यू मेजर करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? मेजरमेंट तभी होगी ना जब क्वांटिटी होगी. मेजर किसको करोगे? कोई सब्सटेंस है उसी को ही मेजर करोगे ना, कोई क्वांटिटी है उसी को ही मेजर करोगे. राइट? सो इन ऑर्डर टू मेजर we need two factors, we need two things. Right? There are two component which should be there. सबसे पहले in order to measure, एक उसका physical quantity होना चाहिए हमारे पास. दूसरा हम कैसे measure करते हैं, कैसे express करते हैं. I told you what is your height. You said my height is 5 feet, it's 6 feet, 6 inch, 5 feet, right? 6 inches. So what is this? What is this 5 feet 6? So in order to measure anything, I'll be writing in this case that in order to measure anything, the two factors, the two quantities, the two factors which are required, we need. The first one is there should be a quantity, right? So in order to be a quantity, we use the term magnitude. And second, in order to express the measurement, in order to express that measurement, we need a unit. Same case. मैंने बोला what is your height, what is your weight? आपने बोला मैम 50 kg. What is 50 and what is kg? 50 is magnitude, kg is unit. Right? What is the time? It's 6:30. That means 6 o'clock and 30 minutes. Right? 6:30. This is the magnitude. This is a unit. I'm saying how much force I'm applying. हाउ मच फोर्स आई एम अप्लाइंग ऑन यू पीपल, ताकि तुम लोगों को समझ आ जाए, राइट? बहुत सारा एनर्जी, बहुत सारी फोर्स मेरी जो एक्सर्ट हो रही है अभी. So let it be 100 Newton. What is 100? Magnitude. What is Newton? Unit. तो किसी भी चीज को मेजर करना हो तो क्या करना है, हमें दो फैक्टर चाहिए. There are two components which we need, right? One is magnitude, another is unit. Magnitude क्या होता है? In one word, if I want to explain you what you mean by magnitude, magnitude होता है एक numerical value. That is known as magnitude. And second thing is a unit. यूनिट इन ऑर्डर टू एक्सप्रेस, ठीक है, हमारे पास डिफरेंट टाइप के यूनिट है. एक यूनिट है जो ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड चल रहा है, एक यूनिट है जो रीजन वाइज चलता है. नॉट रीजन, इट्स रीजन वाइज, एरिया वाइज, राइट? लाइक some people are measuring, you can take the weight, some people are measuring the weight in किसमें, पाउंड में. फॉरेन वाले बोलते ना इतने पाउंड का है. what we Indians, what we are saying, इतने kg का है, इतने ग्राम का है, right? इतने, in a very layman language we are saying इतने किलो का है, right? That is the part. So we need, in order to express any measurement, in order to tell the how much is the physical quantity, these are the two factors which we need. एक magnitude का लिख लो. what do you mean by magnitude? Generally प्रैक्टिकल में कई बार टीचर वैसे पूछ लेते हैं व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय मैग्नीट्यूड बेटा, एंड यू पीपल आर लाइक मैग्नीट्यूड तो पता नहीं, पहले सुना था कभी, नो वन टोल्ड अस. सो दिस इज जस्ट अ न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू. एंड व्हाट इज अ यूनिट? यूनिट इज, यू कैन से हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिफाइन यूनिट. अगर मैं यूनिट की डेफिनेशन के बारे में बात करूं, हाउ वी आर राइटिंग, हाउ वी आर डिफाइनिंग. सो यूनिट इज अ सिस्टम, right, in which we are going to express its measurement, right? That is known as unit. Now, so again we are having units. So what is the unit? If I'm talking about unit, then it is of further type. 4 type का unit रहता है. SI. अभी तक हमने क्रैम ही करी है चीजें. Don't cram, please. Try to understand. Teachers को आप जाते हो, स्कूल जाते हो, ट्यूशन जाते हो, ask your teacher. नहीं पता फिर से पूछ लो. SI मतलब अगर मैं बोलूंगी व्हाट इज द SI यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स, तो तुम्हें पता होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि वो हमें रेटाफिकेशन हुआ है, क्रैम किया हुआ है. डोंट क्रैम द थिंग्स, राइट? SI होता क्या है, दैट वी डोंट नो, राइट? सो SI, CGS, थर्ड टाइप इज FPS, फोर्थ टाइप इज MPS, राइट? SI stands for Standard International. फुल मीनिंग किस किस को पता है, फुल फॉर्म किस किस को पता है? एनीवन? SI stands for Standard International. CGS stands for what? पढ़ा है CGS? Yeah, it's a new term for you all.
Centimeter, gram, second.
Very good, Shikhar. सेंटीमीटर, ग्राम, सेकंड. बाकी किसी ने नहीं पढ़ा क्या? You are not at all responding, just sitting in the classroom, not answering. Centimeter, gram, second. FPS stands for
Frame per second.
foot, pound, second. Foot, फीट जिसको बोलते हो ना, फीट. दिस इज इतना फीट का लेंथ है, फीट का हाइट है. फुट, पाउंड एंड सेकंड. MK स्टैंड्स फॉर मीटर, केजी से, राइट? सो इतना पहले इतना पढ़ो. आई होप जितना पढ़ाया कितना कितना समझ आया. टेल मी अ वैल्यूएबल फीडबैक. नहीं आया तो भी बोल दो, इट्स ओके, मुझे कोई वो नहीं है. आया, समझ आया फिजिक्स? इज इट इंटरेस्टिंग?
मैम एक
Yes,
बार
ma'am.
फिर से दिखाना स्क्रीन.
अभी भी देखो लिखने की पड़ी है. डोंट वरी बेटा, दिस क्लास इज रिकॉर्डेड. दिस इज द बेस्ट पार्ट. द लेक्चर इज विद यू ओनली. जब चाहे, अगर किसी को ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग लगी है तो सारी रात बैठ के सुनते रहना, राइट? सुन लो पहले, लिखने में मत लगा करो. एवरी टाइम लिखो लिखो लिखो. डोंट राइट द थिंग्स, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द थिंग्स, राइट? जितना ज्यादा अंडरस्टैंड करोगे वो ब्रेन में ही लिखा जाता है. इट्स अ लॉन्ग लास्टिंग प्रोसेस. So this is the way how we will be learning the things throughout the year, not only 1 year, 2 year, right? It will be a 2-year program जो हम कर रहे हैं. 11th also, 12th also. I'll be teaching. I'll be taking both the lectures, right? Both classes, right? So this is the way. अभी आप लोगों को जो भी पढ़ाया है, just go through it once. Please don't cram it. किसी को नहीं समझ में आया तो अभी बताओ. सबको सब समझ में आ गया. अभी मैं एक एक से क्वेश्चंस पूछूंगी ना, then you will be like okay, understood? Yes, Saptrishi Banerjee, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bachcho. So this is the way. I hope you will be getting the things. I hope my way of teaching is okay with you. You understood what I mean to say, what I want to explain you. Again, I'm telling
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
clear, be specific, right? जो भी पढ़ना है, please don't cram the things. ऐसे नहीं है कि बस रट्टे लगाते जाओ. Ask your teacher. Try to understand the concept of the that subject, whatever it is. चाहे history पढ़ रहे हो तो भी पता होना चाहिए कि क्या है. What is the thing which you're going to learn? So that this is the way, this is the key to success. Conceptual होना चाहिए, right? Because it's a long lasting. Cram करोगे अब वो भूल जाओगे. It's for a short term memory, right? So by this I'm going to end up the lecture, and I tomorrow again will be joining at the same time, right? I'll be continuing the class, and we'll be going to learn more about measurement, right? This chapter is interesting. The entire physics is interesting, believe me, right? Just all I need from your side is open ear and with the open mind. Okay, so see you tomorrow again the same time. I hope everyone will be joining again. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, bachcho. Bye bye.